Here's a menu.
The usual!
Master? That lion-looking guy? What's with the pork cutlet rice bowls?
Hmm? Oh. Now, I only heard this from my granddad, so I'm not sure how much of it is true, but...
Huh?
That's a pretty big sword you have there. And yet...
Damn it!
How do you like my attack? It's kind of my specialty. I may not look it, but I know how to wield. Could be the sword in my hands, or my sword down below. Relax, you're not going to die. In 3 days, you'll be moving again as if nothing ever happened. Same story for your minions, too. I struck you all the same way. It's part of my contract with my employer. My share is your belongings and a full 30% of the profits made from selling you. Feel free to gloat about it as much as you want. After all, you went up against one of the 4 heroes, the half-elf Alexander, and you survived to tell the tale.
You're a monster!
Oh, you think I'm a monster? Never imagined a monster would be calling me a monster.
Hey, listen up. You have been granted special permission. A rare occurrence indeed. They're letting you use the weapon you used before. And another thing, we paid 10,000 gold coins for you. The Demon Lord says if you repay it, you can buy back your freedom. Is he not gracious? If you manage to best your opponent in battle, 100 gold! Win 100 times and you'll be a free man! Oh, how I envy you!
Do not mock me. Or do you actually believe I stand a chance?
Just put on a good show. Prepare yourself for your matches at noon.
The Demon Lord family that controlled the demon's capital had purchased Lionel. Under the Empire, the demons ruled through law and intelligence. Lionel had committed many heinous acts in their domain, so they decided to make an example of him by throwing him into the arena as a gladiator slave.
I'm facing a manticore? I don't think I can beat it. I lost to that spindly little half-elf after all. Who's there? What is that? Why would a door appear here out of nowhere? Might as well go through it. Almost out of time anyway.
Hello, and welcome. Oh, a new customer. Well, aren't you a rare sight to behold?
Tell me, human, what sort of place am I in?
An eatery. It's called Western Restaurant Nekoya.
An eatery? Why is there such a place in the arena?
All right, then. Do you think you'll stay and have a bite? If you don't have any money, I can just put it on your tab.
Really? I would like to eat something, although I cannot pay you now. So, is the food you serve here considered good?
Of course, everything we serve is delicious. If you've got a particular craving, just say the word.
I could use some meat at the moment, and well, something to bring me victory. No, forget I said that.
Right. Coming right up.
Could he really?
All right, this should do the trick.
What is it?
A katsudon.
Katsudon.
That's the one. In the language of my country, katsu is a verb that can mean to win, and it's not just tasty. The dish is made with meat, eggs, and rice, so it's packed full of healthy nutrients. What you're about to eat is a meal that is made for a real warrior.
Oh!
Take your time and enjoy.
All right. Might as well try it. Oh! What is this? Oh yes, this must be the rice. How curious. I see. Not half bad. Basically, it's used to pad out the meal. Wait. The dish is like this on purpose. The meat is strong alone, while the rice is weak alone. Of course! Delicious! This is not nearly enough. Damn it. If only I had some money. Alas, that is the way of things.
Here you are. Another pork cutlet rice bowl for you. Watching you wolf that down made me realize one little bowl couldn't be enough for a big guy like you. But hey, if you don't want it, I can have it for lunch. Do you want it?
Yes, yes, of course I want it!
Wow, how about another bowl? I won't hassle you for the money either. You can just pay me when you have it.
Yes, thank you. Much appreciated. I am indebted to you, sir.
Nah, I'm happy that you enjoyed yourself.
I did, and I shall return.
See you then. 5 bowls on your tab, so pay me as soon as you can.
What is this? Didn't you say you wouldn't hassle me for the money?
Oh, that sounds like something I'd say.
All right, it's time to fight. I have to earn enough money to pay for those pork cutlet rice bowls.
He went on to win 10,000 gold coins in only 1 year. For more than 20 years after that, he dominated the arena as its top gladiator. I hear they even started calling him the Lion King.
Wow, that's incredible! I wonder, do you think he could beat that half-elf if they fought again now?
Huh. Good question.
Another pork cutlet rice bowl!
I'd like to think so.
Me too. I mean, look at how many winning bowls he eats. Master, about our menus. Were the regular menu and the dessert menu written by different people?
Yeah, I'm surprised you noticed. Maybe I was wrong, but I thought you couldn't read Eastern Continent script.
No, I can't. But I can see what the shapes are, and they look a little different. On top of that, I've, memorized the menu. So pretty, please don't fire me.
Fried shrimp.
Shrimp caught in the southern sea, lightly coated in breadcrumbs, and then fried in oil.
What do you call stewed cow's meat?
Beef stew! Hello and welcome!
In one of the major nations of the Eastern Continent, boasting great power, is a duchy that stretches back to the ancient times. A lovely princess calls this territory home. Her name is Victoria. She is the elder sister of the current duke and will turn 36 this year. Victoria is currently unmarried, and rumor has it she is almost certain to remain so for the rest of her life. The reason for this is due to an unusual trait with which she was born. You see, Victoria is a half-elf.
Is something wrong? You're not feeling unwell, are you?
No, I'm perfectly fine.
Oh? We fear being cooped up in your chambers must depress you.
No, I'm all right. I just...
You were just thinking again, weren't you? Your devotion to your research is impressive, sister.
Care for more?
Yes?
Yes, please!
Is that storage box you've mentioned to us before on your mind this evening?
Yes, with a bit more time, I should be able to make a larger version.
That's great!
Well then, if you'll excuse me.
Yes, of course. Try not to push yourself too hard, though. We worry about you.
Thank you, but I'm fine. Really, I'll see you soon.
Now, both of Victoria's parents were human, and yet, when Victoria came into this world, she was only half human. Interestingly, even a child of two humans will sometimes exhibit traits of elves and half-elves who have previously mixed into their bloodlines, over however many thousands of years. Those born under these circumstances cannot hope for the happiness of an ordinary life. Half-elves inherit the magical prowess of elves while also receiving the spirit of humans. With lifespans that can reach well into the hundreds, half-elves usually appear to be as young as teenagers until they reach approximately a full century of age. They are quite simply beings that defy most human knowledge and expectation. In the human world, half-elves are at best alien. Of course, this is nothing in comparison to the elves' world. Regardless of their origins, they are forced out of ordinary society. Having few choices, they either reject the secular world and serve the gods by taking advantage of their long lifespan, as well as their superhuman magical abilities to become sorcerers, or they can become mercenaries or adventurers, where ability is everything. Another option available is to migrate to one of the small handful of half-elf villages across the land. Victoria decided her best choice was to live the life of a sorcerer. She appealed to her father, the previous duke, telling him she wanted to make the most out of her powerful magic, and, with his blessing, she walked along the path of sorcery. It was then Victoria learned she was a genius. After a mere 3 months, she had already managed to surpass the skills of her magic tutor. It took only 1 short year for her to master magic beyond the best sorcerer in the duchy, the court's head sorcerer. At this point, her talents started to become recognized, and so, 10 years ago, Victoria became the pupil of the greatest sorcerer in the kingdom, one of the heroes who killed the malevolent god, the Sage Artorias, otherwise known as me. Amazingly, after 8 long years of complete devotion to her studies, Victoria attained the greatest secrets of magic. After this impressive achievement, on my advice, she returned to the duchy to walk her own path. She was granted generous research funds on the one condition that she would remain out of the public eye. Now, Victoria continues to usher her magic research forward in her personal laboratory under the nickname the Witch Princess of the Duchy. However, there are times when even Victoria puts her research aside. To be precise, once every 7 days.
I suppose I could have something light. Thanks, good to see you again. Hello and welcome.
Welcome.
Hello. Here's some water and a menu. Take your time looking. Thanks. Oh, she looks like she's an elf. I wonder if she'll order the tofu steak too. Pudding a la mode, please. Huh? Yes, of course. I'll be back in a minute. It really is my writing. My master's writing as well. But how? We only gave him one.
Yes, welcome. Do you think you could write a menu for me, miss? I've added some desserts to what we offer, but I don't know the Eastern Continent's language.
I'll leave it to you, dear. I'm not so fond of sweets myself, so I doubt I could do it justice.
Here, pen and paper. This is the first dish. I've been told that you have a great fondness for sweets that are egg-based.
Here you are, one pudding a la mode. I'll save the best part for last. Here I go. The velvety texture of this dessert rolls over my tongue like nothing else. The brown sauce is distinctly sweet, with a perfect hint of bitterness. Then there's the sweetness of the pudding itself, containing the luscious taste of eggs and milk. The pudding is enhanced with the flavor of the sauce added to it, and the sauce is richer thanks to the flavor of the pudding. This is truly the greatest combination of tastes. My check, please? Sure thing. Oh, and...
Yep, the usual, right? Thanks. Come again.
Thank you very much, miss. It's my pleasure. Master? That lady had pudding a la mode, but it consists of milk and eggs, right?
Yes.
But I thought she was an elf!
Victoria holds no bitterness about being half-elf. It's what enabled her to encounter pudding a la mode in the restaurant to another world, as well as to immerse herself in researching how to properly store it. To the witch princess of the duchy, living in the shadows was no hardship. In fact, she rather enjoyed it.